Hey, welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. On this occasion, we're gonna show you how to pass guard number two on the side, and to do a taper in the back, and also how to do the surf line. On this occasion, I'm using the magic clip, and the guard is number two with the level close. As you can see, we are just pretty much going from bottom to top at this moment, right? And we're gonna clean the sides until that height right there. Okay, make sure you always use the brush so the hair could fall in place once you cut it. We open the level and we're gonna grab a comb to pull out all the hair from that side in that area, and then with the 2.5 we're gonna pass it that way, like that, so it could take the bulkiness from the side, especially from that area. And we're gonna continue. You see how it's taking all the bulkiness. Then we use the comb just to again keep pulling out the hair. Then we're gonna go the opposite way. The one we're still using the 2.5 level open, like I said, and we're using the combs just to, every time we pass it, we pass the comb. Now I close it, and that's number two. And notice how the little hairs that I'm actually passing it is cutting it, even though if you don't see it at times, it does cut, it does making the difference. Then we pass it around that area, the number two again. Now we're gonna grab the GTX or whatever trimmer you have. If you have the detailer, the Andy Slimline, whatever you have, you're gonna pass it, and we're gonna make that type of curvy style right there above the ear, and all the way we're gonna go to the back, straight to the back. Okay, if you want to see the video of how I customize and calibrate this blade and this machine, it's what, 4 or 5 videos on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna be making it also in English, but right now it's in Spanish. Just by looking at it, you're gonna be able to tell how to do it or calibrate it, or how I do it. But yeah, as you can tell, it's very sharp. It's cutting, they're hitting pretty well. Right now we're using the scissors, oyster scissors, and the technique is scissors over comb. And as you can tell, I'm doing it this way because I have more control over what I want to take. And notice I'm going exactly in that area because I see some bulkiness. The reason why I go like this is because I have control and I don't sacrifice a lot. If I go with the 2.5 more in those areas, I could end up erasing basically the fade in the side, the blending. Now we're going with the number one, guard number one, but we're gonna go down with the grain, you know what I mean? So what that does, that technique does, is there's some hair standing, and little hair standing from the from here, from this angle you're not able to see it, but from the angle that I was, you'd be able to see it. You was able to see it. But in another occasion I will put the camera in the angle so you can see what I'm saying. Right now we're doing the sideburn, and the way how she likes it, it's like this. She showed me a picture, base it in the picture. That's what we're doing. We are doing the arch right now, and the way how the sideburns end, it's kind of like pointy like that. Okay, later on we're gonna make it more even sharper, but this is just the blueprint. Same thing that we did in the other side, we're gonna do it in this side, and that is passing number 2.5, right? We're gonna pass it in that area, as you can tell, and make sure you always, have the brush or the comb. See, always brush it, pass it again, work from left to right, right to left, You know what I mean? Pass it a couple of times, right? Then go lower and see, brush it again. Make sure you brush it, because when you brush it, the hair falls into place. You know what I mean? Same thing, we're gonna pass it in that area right there in the back, and in the back later on we're gonna do the taper, but right now we're still using the number 2. Yeah, 2. The lower we go, it's gonna close to 2. Now 2.5 to in that area, and notice we're gonna go right how we did in the other side. We're gonna go right with the grain, and that what it does is it just take the bulkiness right from that angle right there. Notice in the back too, as we work our way to the back, is gonna do the same thing basically right there. So we work our way, and then right there in that area, we're still with the level open now. That's 2.5. Still brushing it, still passing it. Yeah, if you are a new subscriber, thank you for tuning in. If you've been with me since day one, thank you for your support and time. See, right now what I just showed right there is that there's some bulkiness still there. So now we close. We're using number 3, guard number 3 on this one, just because of the way how the hair is. It's actually more bulky, but it's going to the opposite way. So to grab it in the safe side, I'm going with the 3. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did in the other side. We're gonna do the sideburns, but we start with the line like that. And like I said, you don't have to use this trimmer. If you have an Andy Slim line, if you have a TL liner, if you have a detailer, that you can work with those too. I never claim that it have to be in my channel. I never claim that I'm the best in my channel. I don't claim that you have to do everything that I use. Now, in my channel is your channel. It's at the same time, what I mean by that is you work with what you have. I'm not gonna push you to buy something that you know what I mean, that you probably can get, or maybe you could, but you know, not everything that I use may say that definitely is gonna work for you. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with it, or maybe you already spend your money on some clippers or trimmers and you already used to them. So, and I never claim that I'm the best, but I always do the best for my client. And as long as my clients pay me and they are happy and I see them with a smile, that's enough for me. So with that being said and done, thank you for all the subscribers that have been with me for day one. If you haven't subscribed, this is the moment that you could, you know, if you like what you see and you like the content on this channel, just hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so it can notify you when I do something, when I do a video. And yeah, so right now we're still using the combs, the scissors over comb, and I'm using the scissors freely at times, because I see the little hairs that are standing. Like I said, this give me a better control of what I want to take. This is the free-handed. See how the little roll, the curl, I cut it. Now we're gonna use the wand and level close, and we're gonna go with the grain, and that's gonna make the side tighter. The little hairs that are standing, that you cannot see it from this angle, but I see it from where I was. And later on we're gonna work the back, but this is worked very well. Now we're gonna work in the back. The back, we're gonna do basically a taper or a little blowout, whatever you want to call it. And what it consists is we're using the magic clip, level open, right? And we're gonna make, you know, it's gonna make like a line, not a line, but that, or whatever you want to call it, that where you can see that it needs to be more blended. Well, right now we're still using, now we close the level a little bit more and we go lower. Now we're gonna grab the guard number 1 and we're gonna pass it in that area right there. As you can see, we're passing it in that area right there. We keep passing it, we keep passing it right there. We open the level and we're gonna go a little higher, and then actually in the size right there. right? Notice how I use the brush. I close it because it's not grabbing the hair, so that's why you close the lever. Now I close it completely and I pass it again, and I see that it's grabbing somewhat, but we still, you know what I mean, until it don't grab. Now it's lever open and we go work our way in that area. Now I close it again because it didn't grab some. Now we're going with the 116 guard 116, and we're gonna pass it in that area right there, as you could tell, and we're gonna keep passing it in that area there to lower. The shorter the guard, the lower you pass it. The bigger the guard, then the higher you go, but you don't go too, the stroke, you don't go too high. You just stay maintained where you see the shadow, the technique and the thinness to basically erase that shadow. And you notice exactly how I did on both sides. I did it in the back too. Pass it with the green guard number 1, and now I'm passing the scissors over comb. I apologize if I sound a little weird. Is that they pull out my tooth yesterday, and you know, I feel weird without my tooth. But thank you for tuning in. And yeah, so we're using the scissors over comb technique. This is the oyster. I use it for scissors over comb. I use it for styling on top. On this occasion, she didn't want me to cut the top. She want to let it grow out top. So that's what we do. But notice we do free-handed, just with no combs or no nothing like that. So that way you could take the little hairs that I was saying. On this part in the front, we're gonna take those baby hair, and we're gonna start right from the middle with the GTX, any trimmer that you have, like I said before, and we're gonna work our way to the side, right, to make the box out. But we start right from the middle, and we're doing nice and gentle, you know what I mean? You don't have to put pressure. There's barbers or people out there, they think that by pressing or pushing the hair back is gonna be sharper, or it's gonna print, and it's not. Then we go from the middle, and we're gonna start working our way to the other side. That's what I'm doing right now. You see what I'm saying? Nice and gentle, you know, and you know, just little by little. You can always take later some more, and later you can make it more defined if you have to raise up a little bit the line or whatnot. At this very moment, I'm just having a shape of what I want to do with it, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm shaping it even, you know what I mean, a little bit more, trying to get it more defined. And then with the comb, you see that I put the hair in place, and if there was any long hair, when I pass the trimmer, I chop it down. When I do it like this, I clean the little hairs, longer hair that will fall in front of the lineup, and it will open up a little bit more, and then I go right in top of that lineup again. She asked me to do the surf line. This is how I do it. Everybody got their own little ways to do their line. The line, I normally print it, even though it's not like the best. I don't need to be printing it right away the best, but little by little, with this trimmer being really nice and sharp and customized, not having the plastic piece, it allowed me to go dip in, and then in the front I make it a little bit more thicker than the back. As I keep going to the back, we kind of curving it, and then it's going it's more curvy, and then it's gonna be thinner, as you could tell. Then we're gonna define that line a lot more sharper and more detailed with the razor, with a razor, you know what I mean, with a blade and a razor holder. We're gonna tackle it. But before that, we put the Bump Pro, and we're gonna put it in the areas that we're gonna be shaving. This is a medicated shaving cream, and it really protects the skin. It kind of keep it tight and keep it nice and cool. And when you pass the blade basically glides and it doesn't irritate the skin or the scalp in this. And as you could tell, I'm passing right now the blade just like if it's a pencil. I'm gonna go over a couple of times, as you're gonna notice. And yeah, the blade that I'm using, the razor holder, is by Black Widow. You could check him on eBay or on Amazon. He has a lot of good product. Then always use the left hand. Notice how my left arm always is grabbing the skin or the skull to tie the skin, or exactly where I'm passing the blade. Right where the blade is passing, my left arm is gonna be right there. On this occasion, I didn't use the gloves because since she's a girl, I wanted basically to be more, I don't know, with the gloves it's too ruggedish, and I just want to make sure that I have better grip. I do have more better grip without gloves than gloves, and specifically for this haircut. I just like to do with my bare hands, basically with no gloves. That's what I'm saying. Notice how lightly I grab the blade and how lightly I touch when I touch the skin. You know, I don't press it. And notice always my left hand always holding the combs. Jeffrey, what's on the comb? I see some hair. Well, definitely it is some hair because I was working with hair, obviously, and then pump it up, hairspray, so the glue, and then by passing the combs into the hair, between the glue and the hair is gonna get stuck. But once I finish, I always put it in the barber side, and like always, all my tools, they're always clean and disinfected. You know, that's priority number one, and that's when you go to a school, that's what they teach you, to keep all your tools nice and clean. We still, right now, what we're doing is making everything sharp with the razor. As you keep passing through the whole lineup, make sure you if you feel the blade is not cutting, switch the blade, and that will give you better details, better lines. Notice how I'm making it even sharper, and it's taking shape. Always look for different angles, and then same thing, I'm going in the back, see, and right here I feel like it needs to be more curvy. Then in the front, notice how I grab it with my combs just to have a clearance when I'm passing the razor. Same thing in the other side. And yeah, make sure you have a bounty napkin so you go clean up the blade. I usually have a habit to clean it in the palm of my hand. I'm not the only one. There's a bunch of barbers out there that does that. I know it's not safe, but I definitely have to catch myself to definitely not doing that. I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes, but definitely I gotta correct that myself. But it's a thing that makes the blade clean quicker, but it's not safe for you. So, you know, if I preach it, I correct myself, so that way you don't do it. Right now in the front, like I said, what I did, I put all the hair are coming out, just right, because we're gonna put gel anyway. But we're gonna, in the front, there's a lot of hair that it goes forward, and what it causes to cover the lineup, and I want the lineup to be exposed. So that's what we're cleaning, and cleaning the sides. See, like that area right there. And we're gonna do it with the magic clip, no guard, level close, and we're gonna pass it in that area right where we passing it. We're gonna work our way to the side, even through the line like that, tilted like 45 angle to clean any hair that will cover the lineup. See, just like I'm doing it right there. When I do this, right, it just exposing the lineup, the shape up a lot more, and I'm styling it the side so it's nice and even. It goes with the two that we did in the side. We're making everything. Now that we clean up, now we be able to see where I need to kind of pass the blade a little bit more in that area, that little corner right there. So now we put the gel. You could put whatever gel product that you have, Elegance or Echo, whatnot. And I normally run it with my bare hands, just so that way I could run through the hair, make sure that all the gel goes in, and I go from side to side, and I add in that area where right there below the line, because the hair is gonna get real nice and it's gonna get wavy, real nice and tight. Now we're gonna use the twister, the magic twister. This is just to get the curls, to get a lot of curls. And you do circular motion. Make sure you do it circular motion. Keep pressing it, circular motion, right? And you're gonna notice how the curls are coming out, but some of them they get stuck in. So then you go back. Notice how instead of making a circle with my left hand, I kind of take them out, and I go from back to front, sideways. You see how I'm going, and I'm moving around and keeping going around. It's just to make sure I get the right, every corner there's some curls. See, I go circle, 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 then I kind of like lift it up. You see that motion right there. Now we're gonna go one more time. We're gonna detail it even more, because at this point it's been 22 minutes. Oh, I mean not 22 minutes, 10 minutes since we put the gel. So the gel is actually dried up right now. So when I put a brand new blade and the gel is really dried out, you're gonna see how a lot sharper. Now we taking the curls out a little bit more. Notice with the brush in that area, since I put gel in that bottom, believe it or not, look at see, it comes like wavy, real nice and dark, wavy, real nice and tight. Where at top there's a lot of curls. Then in the back I define it a little bit more, make sure that there's no lines. Right there is just the way how she has the natural, you know, it's not a line that I did, but it's our line from her neck. And then I'm cleaning, passing like that the clipper. Then I'm passing the anti-slim line, just to let you know that not all the time is the Bolden. You can use the anti-slim line. You can pass it, just double touch the box out, the lineup, checking all the lineups in that area right there. I'm passing it one more time. Just make sure that every corner and everything is really nice and sharp. At this point she put the glasses and she forgot to take them off, but then later on she realized, and then she take it off. Still with the slimline trimmer, I could go with the grain just to see the hairs that are standing. Like I said, in this angle you're not gonna be able to see, but from the angle that I was sideways view looking, if I'm passing it's because I see some hair that was standing. I'm gonna go right in the line and I'm just gonna pass it one more time. Notice, really look at that line. I mean, that line is super sharp, and not only that, but it starts from thick to really nice and thin, and sharp and curvy at the end, and that's what it takes. You know what I mean? It takes how much, whatever you put in, that's what you're gonna get out. You know, I'm still passing, I'm still shaping it right here in the corner. I'm still shaping it even more. I'm trying to get that real nice and pointed. At this point she realized they had the glasses, so she took it off. Notice how the sideburns are gonna make it a lot sharper, and then there's some hairs that longer that I saw it, so I grabbed the trimmer and I pass it right there, and then in that area too. Then I grab my my razor and pass it in, and use the corners in those uncomfortable corners, and then I pass it one more time in that area, the blade, and I go right. Notice my left hand how it's holding and stretching the skin. Notice how with my right hand I'm not putting too much pressure, and it's nice and gentle. And yeah, same thing in the front, in the box out, you know. And we're gonna keep passing it, you know, lightly, very lightly, and we're gonna try to make even this side too. So yeah, this is her before the haircut. This is how it looks. Okay. And yeah, I've been doing her hair for a couple of times now. She's a new customer. I already been cutting her hair for maybe what, like 4 or 5 times, and definitely she's very happy customer. Once I finish, she likes it. She smiles, she dances, and that's what it's all about. When you make someone dance and laugh, you know, you done something right. And this is the finished product, you know. I think it came out super great. I'm sure there's people that could do better than me, but we're talking about me. I'm doing it. I'm the one doing the video. I'm doing this for those out there who are starting or they want to learn some new technique. So I hope that you take something out of it. Once again, thank you for your time, and please share it, and have a blessed day or blessed night or blessed afternoon. Peace.